Now, listen, you guys, it seems like Shenseea was out there giving Nicki Minaj her flowers, even name dropping her in an interview. And of course, the Barbz had a couple of things to say about that. And Bongo too was actually busted for using bots, and Twitter took correctional, action. And Rihanna is out there launching a hair care line, Revolt shareholding. We're going to be talking about that. And Flo Milli, why is she always weird? Oh my God, these are some of the things that we are going to be discussing in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, we are going to talk about Shenseea, okay? Now, it does seem like Shen Yang was out there giving Nicki Minaj her flowers. She was basically talking about how Nicki Minaj inspired her to write, because you do know that the one thing that Nicki Minaj always has taken pride in is, of course, the fact that she writes her own songs. And like, if you were following her from the beginning, she would always be like, one thing about me, like, if you hear me rapping, it means I'm the one who wrote it. And so according to Shen Yang, she's saying that, well, as she grew up, she was seeing Nicki Minaj saying that, and that made her feel like, okay, for me to be able to have that much amount of confidence, I have to learn to write. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what she was talking about in the interview, giving Nicki Minaj her flowers for being her inspiration. Okay, now one thing that I can tell you about Shenseea, I do really think that she is very, very talented. She's not strictly rap, she does sing as well, but she's very talented, and I do believe that she writes her own songs. Okay, and so let me just quickly insert that snippet, and then I will catch you after it plays.
Up and like listening to Nicki Minaj, who would always tell us, oh, I write my own raps. Like, so it made me start to be like, okay, I have to write to feel that boss, that confidence, that that chutzpah. Growing up and like listening to Nicki Minaj, who would always tell us, oh, I write my own raps. Like, so it made me start to be like, okay, I have to write to feel that boss, that confidence, that that
well, there you had the snippet of Shenseea admitting to having Nicki Minaj as an inspiration, okay? However, you guys, it seems like it was received with mixed feelings. Some people really felt like, well, she was being genuine by giving Nicki Minaj her flowers. And some people were like, there was some time that you were a little bit shady towards Nicki Minaj. So are you doing this so that people can support your project? And honestly speaking, at this point, I don't think that she went to the extremes in as far as the disrespect is concerned. If she has been disrespectful, probably she has been so, in such a subtle way that I honestly almost forget that there's any form of shadiness that ever happened between the two of them. Okay, but what I do know and what I do acknowledge is that this girl felt some type of way about the Fine Nine remix, because that's when she was like, oh, I don't have to be performative, I don't have to do this. And she was a little bit salty that, well, all these other dancehall girlies were put on the remix and she was left out of the remix. So she was shady in that point in time. But then again, I'm not surprised. I mean, if your idol is out there having dancehall artists and you're like literally wanting to be there, of course, if you act out of emotions, you may end up doing things that you will regret later. Okay, because if you look at some of the females that have actually issues with Nicki Minaj, you'd realize that these are women that idolize Nicki Minaj. So out of that idolization, they feel like they've got the right to get these features before other people, according to their own standards. They feel like they're more deserving than the other females that Nicki Minaj works with, which in my own opinion, I feel like it's a them problem. It's got nothing to do with Nicki Minaj. But well, as usual, obviously the human species will always be out there to project. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about Shenseea name dropping Nicki Minaj in an interview. Do you think that it's being done because of the search for clout, or do you think that she's actually being genuine? Okay, and the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about Riri. Okay, speaking about Caribbean girls, okay, it does seem like Rihanna is out there doing a thing. Like, one thing about Rihanna is she stays in a bag. She knows how to get a bag, and I love that for her. So it does seem like she announced that, well, she will be launching a hair care line, Fenty hair, okay? And obviously you do know that, well, when such an announcement happens, there are two classes of people. Some are celebrating and some are out there looking for issues, okay? So apparently it's going to be launching on June 13th. And so, some people started saying, oh my goodness, you guys were so hard on Beyonce about, she's always with a wig. Why would she have a hairline? Let's see if you're going to have the same energy for Rihanna and things like that. People had massive things to say about that, all right? And some people were like, oh my goodness, why is she trying to take Beyonce's business? And I'm just like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Are you being for real? Okay. And people were joking about it, also saying that, well, this entire battle beef that you're about to start, Beyonce's about to send Rihanna some flowers, and a congratulatory message. Now, do I think that Rihanna's hair care line will probably do better than Sacred? Absolutely. I'm sorry, but I do think that it will do better than Sacred. I did see some people getting mad when people were like, oh, well, Rihanna stuff is likely going to sell out way faster and better than Sacred. People were getting mad about that. But I do feel like I agree with those people who are saying that Fenty has got, potential to basically sell out than Sacred. But then again, probably it does cater for different, demographics. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not yet sure how Fenty's hair care is going to be like, but judging from all the other brands that she has, they're a little bit inclusive and more on the affordable side, and so I could see a hair care line being the same thing as well. So yeah, let me know, you guys, in the comment section what you think about that. And I also do think that it would be a lot to do about marketing, because I do believe that Sacred really does work well on hair, if we're gonna be honest. But like, it's probably just the marketing part of it and the target demographic that's a little bit different, because some people prefer moving more numbers and some people prefer exclusivity. Okay, so I could see why it's those two brands are totally different. Okay, so yeah, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. It really did cause quite the debate on the internet. Okay, it's also a personality thing, because you can see Rihanna's personality in her products, and she actively is out there engaging with the consumers, the influencers, and things like that. Okay, so that's the other reason why it's probably going to move more numbers than Sacred. Okay, but I do feel like for the target demographic of Sacred, it's doing well in its own right. Okay, so yeah, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're also going to be talking about Flo Milli. Guys, what is up with Flo Milli, and what's her issue with Nicki Minaj? Am I missing something besides the fact that she's out there trying to be Missy Elliott, Missy 2.0? Is that did she not only inherit Missy Elliott's flow, but she also inherited the beefs? Like, I don't understand what it is about her and her being shady towards Nicki Minaj. Because listen, remember I spoke about how she quote unquote got hacked, and the first thing that the hacker decided to do was to trash Nicki Minaj. Okay, that's automatically the hacker hacked and started trolling Nicki Minaj, dragging Nicki Minaj, disrespecting Nicki Minaj. And a couple of days ago, when Nicki Minaj got arrested, this girl was also being shady to Nicki Minaj. The coincidence, you guys. And then a couple of days later, she comes out and performs at Bongo 2's tour. Is that a coincidence, you guys? Because I'm honestly trying to understand what her issue is with Nicki Minaj. I don't understand it. Is there something? Probably I'm missing something, you guys. I'm actually asking because I really need to know, is there somebody who probably knows what went down or what? Or is it just the same issue of entitlement and jealousy and, feeding into the mainstream media and stuff like that? Speaking about Bongo 2's tour, you guys, it seems like, well, when she made that album announcement, she resorted to bots, you guys, and was using bots as expected. I mean, she belongs to Bot Nation, so of course the use of robots is absolutely expected from her. And so she used some bots, and it does seem like, hours later, Twitter decided to rectify, because you do know that, all the social media platforms from YouTube to Twitter to Instagram, like if you use bots, at some point they will remove all the likes that belong to bots. Okay, so there is a side by side that I saw circulating on Twitter of Bongo 2's post 23 hours after she posted the album announcement. There were like multiple likes, and a couple of hours later, a day actually later, the likes had gone down, and so people were like, oh my goodness, we are clocking the difference between the likes. They went from 42,000 to 11,000. Okay. And so I'm just like, what's this obsession with bots? Because what is that going to do for you? Because in real life, bots are not going to purchase your albums. In real life, bots are not going to come for your tour. So what are you going to get from this? I don't understand, you guys. It's like lying to yourself. And you get to a point where you start even believing your own life. This is exactly what it is giving. But hey, let me know in the comment section, you guys, obviously, what you think about that. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, Keso. Keso is not having it, you guys. It seems like she threw her baby shower in an LV store and people were like, oh my goodness, it's so ghetto. Why would someone go out there and throw a party in an LV store and things like that? And people are like, it's tacky. And so it seems like Keso is not feeling it because she was like, oh wow, you wouldn't even afford it. Oh my God, why would you say that? You're just hating and things like that. So yeah, you guys, let me know what you think about Keso throwing a party, in an LV store. Do you think that it's giving class, or do you think that it's giving, hood, ratchet, or low class, tacky, low vibrational even? What do you think about that, you guys? Personally, I don't know. I've never thrown a baby shower. I don't have a baby. I don't know what's expected. I don't know what's not expected. I haven't done enough research about the tacky and non-tacky places to throw birthday parties. So I would like to know your opinion on that. Okay. And the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the dream. It seems like, oh my goodness, the allegations that are actually coming out there are insane, you guys. So you guys, that, well, this songwriter Dream is out there being accused of SA allegations. There are SA allegations surrounding him, and this woman is claiming the unthinkable things, okay, and even bringing Beyonce in the mix. I'm like, why are you name dropping Miss Carter? What has she done? And it seems like, well, he was using his working relationship with Beyonce to manipulate this Miss Monroe, okay? And was basically saying that, oh, well, we have a sanctuary with Beyonce. That is the reason why I'm able to write these songs for her. And he even claimed that he knew about Beyonce's pregnancy before Jay-Z did. I'm just like, oh my God, what a bold allegation, what a bold statement to make. Why would you know? Why would you know about somebody else's wife's pregnancy before the husband actually knows? Now, do I believe that this is true, that, well, he knew about Beyonce's pregnancy before Jay-Z? I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I know that, well, people are, constantly accuse the man, Beyonce's husband, of a lot of things. And so, yeah, some would just say, oh, of course, it's there. But in as far as the pregnancy part is concerned, I do not believe it, okay? As for the sanctuary, I'm just like, because according to him, the sanctuary involves telling him secrets and things like that. And that's what he wanted this lady to do. And he said he was going to F this lady until her bladder burst. Like, what is that? What in the sickness is that? It's just crazy, you guys. And if any of this really does come out to be true, I'm just like, Hollywood, what is this? What is this? And so people are also wondering who's behind all these exposés that are happening. There are rumors and stuff in the streets that, well, maybe there's somebody from, the man from Bot Nation is behind all these exposés, just so he can also protect himself, allegedly. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, we are going to be talking about Diddy's, revolt. Now, it does seem like, well, since he stepped down as CEO, he has been asked to basically let go of his shares. And so it is being reported that the company is now being owned by its employees. And let me know what you think about that. And people were like, oh, Carisha got some money. But then upon further looking, no, she did not get any part of that. She was just a presenter there on the show, Carisha Please. So that sucks that she did not get anything, okay? All she got is a strained reputation and literally people looking at her like a toilet. That's all she got from this entire thing, okay? And of course she got the private jets and things like that. But our parents were not lying when they say that, well, your dignity is above any and everything, okay? Because things like private jets, things like money, you could always work hard and get to a point where you can afford those things for yourself. But things like dignity, no matter how hardworking you are. If you lose your dignity, you've lost it. Okay, it's the one thing that you have once and you have to hold on to. So that being said, you guys, thank you very much for watching and thank you very much for making it this far. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. I post each and every single day and I keep you updated on what's happening in the celebrity world on Instagram, on Twitter, and about all things trending. Until my next one. See you.